And good evening, everybody. Last video of my mid-season, stop season grading system. We've done defenders, done the midfielders, and now onto the forward players. Now I've got a couple of non-applicables here. Well, one non-applicable. I'll just change that now, actually. One non-applicable, and I'll get them out of the way. Yoshinori Muto. I fully expect to see him gone come the end of the season. That's two managers now who haven't really given him a lot of game time. I haven't really rated him. I haven't seen him in a Newcastle shirt in the league for some time. He looks an okay player. I don't think he's cut out for the Premier League. He's not a shit player by any means, but I just don't think it's his style. He hasn't played enough this season, definitely, so I'm giving him a non-applicable. I think it says a lot of the lack of confidence Steve Bruce has in him, when at one point we had Joelinton injured, Carroll injured, Gale injured, and Muto still didn't come into it. So there we go. Joelinton's next on my list. I'm going to leave him till last because I've got a lot to say about Joelinton. Andy Carroll, C, can do better. He was 1 point away from being D, which is he hasn't scored yet. Now, I know he hasn't started a lot of games, but he's had, prior to his injury, a few appearances off the bench in situations where the ball has been lumped up to him, great crosses, floated balls, and I think he could have perhaps got on the score sheet. He's got a couple of assists, 2, maybe 3. I can remember the head-on for Shelvey's controversial goal at Sheffield. I can remember the knockdown for Miggy's goal, and I can remember a whipped-in cross for, I think it might have been John Joe Shelvey against Southampton, possibly. So he was never going to come in and light the place up. I was a big fan of Andy Carroll coming back, a bit of nostalgia, and I think he had something to add to the squad. But he's been injured a lot. Fucking Kel Surprise there. But he's given a couple of good assists, and he's not looked shocking in any of his games. I just think, come on, we need a goal, man. A goal from Andy Carroll at St James's Park would make a massive difference to the mood of the club. But yeah, so can do better for Andy Carroll. Dwight Gale, obviously injured and then just out the team. Can do better. I'm looking at the West Brom away in the cup. Came on, we were ahead. And it's unfair to go from D to C based on this. It's not just because this, it's because he hasn't scored yet. And I think a player like Dwight Gale, he is a goal scorer. But there's one particular moment where I think he was free and he had 2-on-1, Shelvey to the left. He could have gone on his own. He just made a complete mess of it and gave the ball away. Probably due not to play enough games, but I think in that scenario he could have done better. And then looking at Southampton, I knew there was more reasons. Southampton, where he missed 2, maybe 3 good chances. Some really good chances as well, which would have put the game to bed. Instead of us holding on. 1-0 finally, relief. But yeah, he could have done better in those scenarios. So Dwight Gale C, Andy Carroll C, Muto non-applicable. Alain Saint-Maximin. Now, massive fan of this guy. When he first came in, I did the usual YouTube highlight reel looking, did a bit of digging, and led me to the opinion that this guy is decent in France, but he's a bit of a show pony. Is he going to cut it in the Premier League? Yes, he's an E. I've got him down as exceeds expectations because he has. I think he's got 2 goals in the league. If he scored more goals and created more goals, he would be an outstanding, along with Martin Dubravka, because he's been brilliant. Every time he gets the ball, it's positive running. He drives his team forward. I think sometimes he's the victim of his own pace because we're set up so defensively. Every time he breaks free, and he's so quick, by the time he's beaten 2 or 3 players and he needs to offload it, there's no one there. But yeah, great dribbler, great skill, gets you on the edge of your seat every time he gets the ball. A personal highlight, obviously the goal against Southampton, but when he set up Miggy for Miggy's first goal against West Brom, 2 or 3 players around him, they sat him on his ass, got up, shoved one off, bit of skill, and he's gone. Great ball through. He looks a player. He looks a definite player. Should he have scored more goals? I think so, yes. I remember he hit the post in the West Brom game. He's hit the post in a couple of other games. He hit the bar, smashed it against the bar against West Ham. Might have been West Ham. Should have scored a couple against West Ham. Looks wasteful chances, but the talent's there. He's our best player outfield, I think. Alongside Miguel Almiron, he's our best player. Only just turned 23, player for the future. And yeah, if he can kick on and start scoring a few more goals and later on a few more assists, what a player we've got. Right, Joelinton, the last player. The last guy I want to spend a bit of time talking about. Joelinton. Now, when he first came, I was sceptical because I thought 40 million quid. And I think I looked in the league, in the German Bundesliga last year, he scored, I might be wrong, 7 goals. Now, considering we do not spend money, we spent, was it 20 million quid on Miguel Almiron to break the record, and then we go and double it for Joelinton. Now, I know, obviously, we sold Perez for 30 million quid, so that money hasn't all come for Joelinton, but I thought, on one hand, I thought, oh, his numbers aren't great. Then I thought, well, you know, Newcastle are stingy. Surely, this is so naive, surely they wouldn't fork out a lot of money like that unless he was a good player. Now, I think he is a good player, and I've given him a C and not the bottom grade in a complete letdown or a letdown. Can do better. At times this season, he's having me shaking my head and thinking, oh my God, you are shite. But I've come to the conclusion he's a victim of the 5-3-2 system, or 5-4-1 or whatever it might be. He's become so isolated. He's basically been asked to do what Rondon did last season, but Rondon had Perez up with him. The season before had Kennedy. No, not Rondon had Perez up with him. He had Kennedy at times, but Kennedy was rubbish. He had options. Now, Joelinton does not have options. Playing in the 4-2-3-1 suits him better, and I think we will, if we carry on playing like that, I think this break will do him good in terms of his confidence. I think we will see a lot more from Joelinton. I think we'll see a lot better from Joelinton. I think West Brom was his best game. I think at times in the Cup, he has shown glimpses. I know he scored against Rochdale, tap in. The goal against Oxford, he scored, but still scuffed it. But I remember Sean Longstaff's goal against Oxford. Great hold-up play and laid him off. Matty Longstaff's goal against Man United at Old Trafford. Good hold-up play. Held off Harry Maguire, one of the best centre-backs in the league. Laid on the plate perfectly. The goal against Spurs shows that he can finish. I think early on in the season, I think the pressure of the price tag and just nerves, he missed some good chances. And then everyone made their minds up. That's the thing that stuck because we stopped getting those chances. Now, I think if we convert back to the 4-2-3-1, and we convert to the 4-2-3-1, I should say, and on a permanent basis, I think we'll see the best of Joelinton. If we can get Alan Saint-Maximin coming in off the left-hand side a bit closer to him, Lazaro potentially on the right, Miggy up with him, running beyond him, I think it can work. He's not a hold-up man. He's not a target man. I think because of the size of him, he's 6'3". I think people think that's what he's about, and he's good in the air. I mean, he can be. He missed a decent chance against Norwich from a header, but he smashed one against the bar from a header against Chelsea. If he wants it to feet, he needs people in and around him. So I think if we played Gale up with him, it would have borne fruit from him. But yeah, Joelinton, not the end of the world. 40 million, yeah, I know, but I think the best of Joelinton is yet to come. And I think the team can do better to help him, but I think he can do better as well. Because I said about he wants it to feet. Against Rochdale, he gave away like a 5-yard pass. Not under a lot of pressure. He has looked crap at times with the ball at his feet. He's tried a bit of skill and fell over, or he's fallen over his own feet. so he can do better, but the team can do better to help him. So yeah, so there we go. There's my mid-season coronavirus grading system. Hopefully the football will be back as soon as possible. However, football is not the most important thing. I hope anyone who watches this video that you're taking the right precautions to stay safe, and hopefully the coronavirus will be dealt with and brought under control as soon as possible. And just a shout out to the NHS as well. I've got some very, very close friend of mine, and also my sister-in-law, effectively, who works in the NHS among other people, and I know how hard they work, and they're really putting the work in. So good up to the NHS, and hopefully the football can be back as soon as possible with Newcastle winning, and hopefully continue this cup run and get to Wembley. But yeah.